Hello, test, okay. Hello, lads. We have a little bit of an issue. The website I was using before for the Bible, this one, allbible.com, seems to not be working anymore, which is pretty fucking unfortunate. I don't know what. I'm special when it comes to computers. When I click this shit, nothing came up. Some bullshit came up. This thing doesn't mean shit. I don't know what the fuck is made to curse on the IP domain. System is not able blah blah blah. So from here, I tried to Bing, but Bing sent me the same fucking thing. Like, can I do this? What the fuck is this? No time for that shit. So it's either gonna be this one. Let me see. I wanna see the text of the previous Bible to make sure that it's at least somewhat similar. But the wise servant did not keep Joseph in mind to give a thought to him. Yeah, it's different, man. What the fuck? Okay, it's alright. Care about. I don't care about you. Anything good? Read Bible online? Can I do that here? I don't care about the free Bible app. Let me read it, like here. Bible maybe? Click Bible, what's gonna happen? Oh. What is this shit though? John 1, I need Genesis number 40. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be a bit better. Yeah, for sure. This version of the Bible seems to be a bit better than this one. I think it was this one, yeah. Not to offend these people, I'm sure they're doing God's work or whatever, but like, yet the chief butler didn't remember Joseph who got him, but the ones who did not keep in mind. This one is the chief cupbearer, whoever did not remember Joseph, he forgot him. Wait, so which was better? Chief butler? Wait, chief butler? Cupbearer. Yeah, I feel like this is a bit simplified English. I don't know. This seems to be fancier. And this is obviously the best. Let's see 4022. But the chief bread maker was put to death by hanging as Joseph had said. But he hanged the chief baker Joseph had interpreted to them. Or but he impaled the chief baker just as Joseph had said to him in his interpretation. Impaled. But here it said hanged. Nah. Shit. Why that happened, man? This is a big issue. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Let me try going to Bible.com, maybe that's a better Bible.com. Make it your blah blah blah. Read the Bible online. See? Huh? Wait. Well, that's the same fucking shit, isn't it? It is. Let's try finding a better Bible. Bible translated in English. The beginning. Okay, let's try going for Genesis number 40. Wow, this sucks as well, man. What the fuck? The Bible in English online. Let's keep going, man. It has to do something. Bible and the App Store Bible. Let's go here. Nah, you fuck off. Where is the... I don't want to download shit. Come on. Oh, what? Okay, Genesis 40. Forgot here. Okay, I feel like this is the best one. It has to be the best one. Okay, so it's a big issue, lads, because the thing I was reading from is down. I don't know why it's down. Okay, I think this is the best translation because this one says hanged, right? Hang, and this one says hang right here, hanging. But those shits, those things say impale. Is it impale or hanged? I'll go with the one that is equal to this shit. So I'll just ignore all these fucking things and I'll keep reading from you. Okay, so I was a bit for a sidetrack. 8 minutes, whatever. Let's go to like 42, 43 or whatever. We'll see what happens. We had achieved the Caberas last time. We had the guy who's, I think it's Joseph, yeah? I think it's Joseph, right? Yeah, Joseph was sold by his brothers to the Egyptians. The wife of the guy who bought him blamed him of the R-word and his prison, and the wine person, the bread person gets hanged, and one person doesn't get hanged. We keep reading, but one person is grateful. So we go to 41. And at the end of 2 full years, Pharaoh had a dream, and there he was, standing by the river. The river, and there came up out of the river 7 cows, fine looking and fat-fleshed, and they grazed in the reed grass. And there came up after them 7 other cows out of the river, ugly looking and thin-fleshed, and they stood beside the other cows on the bank of the river. And the ugly looking and thin-fleshed cows ate up the 7 fine looking and fat cows. Then Pharaoh... What? Shit is wild, man. Let me just paste that here for future reference. And the ugly looking thing, okay. It's actually 4, not 3. Okay. And then Pharaoh awoke and he slept and dreamed the second time, and there was 7 ears of grain coming out of one stalk, fat and good, and there were 7 ears still scorned by the east wind that sprouted after them, and the 10 ears sewed up the 7 fat full ears and put on cloak, and it was a dream. And in the morning his spirit, I don't know what that shit is, bro. Let me click that shit. I know this. Was troubled, so he sent and called for all the magicians. Like, what? Okay, I don't know what's happening. Of Egypt and all its wise men, and Pharaoh told them his dream, but there were no one who could interpret them to Pharaoh. And then the chief cupbearer spoke to Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my sins today. Pharaoh was angry with his servants, and he put me in custody at the house of the captain of guard, both me and the chief baker. And we both had the dream last night. Yeah, I know that one. I and he. Each one of us had a dream with its own interpretation, and the young Hebrew man was there with us, a servant of the captain and the guard, and he was with our dreams, and he interpreted them for us. For each one he interpreted according to his dream. And as he interpreted to us, so it happened, Pharaoh restored me to my office, and he hanged the baker. Then Pharaoh sent and called for Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. Okay. And he had shaved himself and changed his garments, and he came to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, he has a dream, but there's one who can interpret it. And I it said, heard it said of you that when you hear a dream, you can interpret it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, it's not me, it's not of me. God will give Pharaoh a fair answer. And Pharaoh spoke to Joseph, in my dream there was I standing on the bank of the river. And there came up to me, up, there came out of the river 7 cows, fat, fleshed and fine looking, and they grazed in reed grass. Okay. Reed grass. And there came after them 7 other cows, poor and very ugly looking, and thin fleshed. I had never seen such in the land of Egypt for ugliness. And a thin and ugly looking cows ate up the 7 fat cows. And when they had slaughtered them, no one could ever know that they had swallowed them, for they were still as ugly looking at the beginning. Then I awoke. Then I saw this in my dream. There were 7 ears of grain. Okay. The fuck is ear of grain? A grain bearing the thin parts of the stem. Oh, such. Okay. Coming out of the stalk, full and good. And there were 7 ears. Okay. Thin and scorched by the east wind, that sprouted after them. And the thin ears swallowed up the 7 good ears. And I told it to the magicians, but there was no one who could explain it to me. Then Joseph said to Pharaoh, Pharaoh, this dream is one dream. What God is about to do, he has taught Pharaoh. The 7 good cows are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years. The dream is one. And the 17 and ugly cows that came after them are 7 years, and so the 7 empty ear, scorched by the east wind, there will be 7 years of famine. This matter is just as I have spoken to Pharaoh. What God is about to do, He has shown to Pharaoh. 7 years of great abundance are now about to come throughout all the land of Egypt, and 7 years of famine will arise after them, and all the abundance in the land of Egypt will be forgotten, and the famine will consume the land. And the abundance will be known in the land because the famine which follows for it will be very severe. Unknown, okay. And as for repeating, okay, I'll go grab food, guys. Be right back. Okay, guys, where was I? I forgot. Okay, here. And as for the repeating of the dream, the paramount twice, it means that the matter is determined by God, and God will quickly bring it about. And therefore let Pharaoh look out for a discerning and wise man, and set him over the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh take action to appoint overseers over the land, and take a fifth of the produce of land of Egypt in the 7 years of abundance. Let them gather, which means what? All the food. Wait, I have to clean my glasses. So all the food of these coming good years, and lay up grain under. Wait, test. Okay, I think I sound okay. And lay up grain under Pharaoh's authority for food in the cities, and let them keep it. Okay, what the fuck does that even mean? Am I tripping? Am I stupid? I'm stupid, bro. Fuck. Okay, glasses should be clean now. Oh, good enough. Let's keep going. And let them gather all the food of this coming good year, and gather all the food of the coming years, and lay up grain under Pharaoh's authority, the food in the cities, and let them keep. And let the food become a reserve for the land against 7 years of famine, that will be in the land of Egypt, so that the land does not perish in the famine. And the word seemed good to Pharaoh and to his servants, and Pharaoh said to his servants, can we find such a man like this, in whom the Spirit of God is? Yeah, okay. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, since God let you know all this, there's no one else discerning. And what is discerning? Ah, and wise as you. You shall be over my household, and according to your word, all my people shall be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than you. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, see, I have set you over all the land of Egypt. I have to clean my fucking glasses, it's pissing me off. And Pharaoh took off his signet ring. What is that shit? Okay, fuck off. Signet ring. A ring. Okay. From his hand, and put it upon Joseph's hand, and clothed him in garments of fine linen, and put a gold chain around his neck. Okay, it's linen, bro. I know it's like a cloth, but how do you pronounce that shit?
Linen.
Linen. Yeah, fuck off, English. And he made him ride in the chariot of his second in command, and they cried out before him, bow the knee. And he set him over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, I am Pharaoh, yet without your consent no man will lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zapenach, meaning savior of the world. Okay. And gave him a senat. The daughter of Propetia, Potiphera, priest of On, yes, his wife. And Joseph went out over the land of Egypt. Now Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and passed through the land of Egypt. And in the 7 years of abundance, the earth produced copiously, and he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which came upon the land of Egypt, and put the food in the cities. He placed in the food from the surrounding fields within each city. And Joseph stored grain in great abundance, like the sand of the sea, until he stopped measuring it, for it was beyond measure. And before the year of the famine came, two sons were born to Joseph, whom Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera, the priest, bore to him. And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, Manasseh, for he said, God has made me forget all my trouble and all my father's house. And he called the second Ephraim, for he said, God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. And the 7 years of plenty that came upon the land came to an end, and the 7 years of famine became to come. And Joseph said, there was famine in all lands, but in all lands of Egypt there was bread. So when all the lands of Egypt became hungry, the people cried out to Pharaoh for bread, and Pharaoh said to the Egyptians, go to Joseph, whoever he says to you, you shall do. Well, whatever he says to you, you shall do. And when the famine was over, all the face of the earth Joseph opened, all the storehouses of grain, and sold grain to the Egyptians, and the famine became severe in the land of Egypt. What? And when the famine was over, all the face of the okay. Joseph opened all the stores of sold grain to the Egyptians, and the famine became severe. And earth came to Joseph in the Egypt by grain, because the famine was severe in all the earth. Now when Jacob saw that there was grain in Egypt, Jacob said to his sons, why do you keep looking at one another? And he said, I have now heard that there is grain in Egypt. Go down there and buy grain for us, that we may live and not die. So Joseph's 10 brothers went down to buy grain from Egypt, but Jacob did not send Joseph's brother Benjamin with his brothers. He said, perhaps harm may befall him. And the sons of Israel come to buy grain among the other who came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. Now Joseph was the governor over the land. It was he who sold the grain to all the people of the land, and Joseph's brothers came and bowed down to him with their faces to the ground. And Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them, but he disguised himself to them and spoke harshly with them. As he said to them, where have you came from? And they said, from the land of Canaan, to buy grain for food. And Joseph recognized the brothers, but they did not recognize him. And Joseph remembered the dreams that he had had about them, and he said to them, you are spies, you have come to see the nakedness of the land. And said to him, no, my lord, rather your servants have come to buy grain for food. We are the sons of one man, we are honest men, your servants have never been spies. And he said to them, no, but they have come to see the nakedness of the land. And I said, we are servants that are 12 brothers, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And at this moment, the youngest is within our fathers today, and one is no more. But Joseph said to them, it is just as I spoke to you, saying you're spies. By this you shall be tested, as Pharaoh's lives. You shall not go away from this place unless your youngest brother comes here. Said one of you to get your brother while you remain bound, that your words may be tested whatever there is to the heart. And if not, the Pharaoh's life shall your spies, as Pharaoh's lives. Bro, fucking Joseph is out for blood, man. Jesus Christ. and he put them all in custody 3 days. And Joseph said to them on the third day, "Do this and live, for I fear God. If you are honest men, let one of your brothers remain bound in your place in custody, and the rest of you go. Carry grain from the farm into your household, and bring your youngest brother to me, that your words may be verified, and you will not die." And they did so. And they said one to another, "We are indeed guilty concerning our brother, because we saw the distress of his soul when he pleaded with us. Yet we would not listen. Therefore the distress has come to us." And Rabun answered them, saying, "Did I not speak of you, saying, do not sin against the child? But you would not listen. So now also his blood is required." Was Rebuan there? Some person, I think. And they did not know that Joseph understood, for there was an interpreter between them. And he turned away from them and wept, cried. Then he returned to them and spoke to them, and he took Simeon, where the fuck was I? Simeon? Wait, what? Am I tripping? Where the fuck is Simeon? I'm starting to trip, man. Where the fuck is Simeon? Then he returned to them and spoke to them, and he took Simeon from among them and bound him before their eyes. Then Joseph gave orders to fill their bags with grain and to restore their man's silver pieces to his sack and give them provisions for the way. And thus was it done for them. And then they loaded their grain upon their donkeys and departed from there. And one of them opened his sack and gave his donkey fodder at the logging place. And he saw his silver. There it was in the mouth of his sack. And he said to his brothers, "My silver has been returned, and there is my sack." And their hearts stopped, and they turned trouble to one another. What is that? What is it that God has done to us? And they came to Jacob, their father, in the land, and told him what happened to them, saying, the Lord of the land, spoke harshly to us and took us as spies of the land. But we said to him, our honest men have never been spies. Our 12 brothers, sons of father, the one is no more, the youngest is with you. Father, today, with our father today in the land of Canaan. And the Lord of the land, said to us, by this will I know that you are honest men. Leave all of your brothers with me, and take grain from the family of your households and go. And bring your youngest brother, so that I may know that you are not spies but honest men. I will give you a brother, and you may trade in the land. And when they had their sack, there was each man's brother received a piece in his sack. And when they and their father saw the bundle of silver, they were afraid. After Jacob their father said to them, you have bereaved me of my children. Joseph is no more, and Simon is no more. And you take Benjamin, all these things are against me. And Reuben spoke to his father, saying, you may put to death my 2 sons, if you do not bring him to you. Put him in my hand, I will return it to you. But he said, my son shall not go with you, for his brother is dead, and he alone is left. And if harm should befall him on the way in which you go, then you bring down my gray hairs in sorrow to show. What the fuck? Okay, I'll finish here. So, oh, what the fuck happened, man? So we have the guy who was in prison, Joseph. Then the pharaoh had a dream about some cows that ate each other and some grain that ate some other grain, 7 grains or something. Then the winemaker, the cupbearer or whatever, remember that shit and told the pharaoh about the guy. Then they asked Joseph what the dream was. They got him for dungeon, asked him what the dream was about, and he said 7 years of 7 means 7 years because 7 cows, 7 grains. 7 years of rich, then 7 years of famine. Like 7 years of prosperity, 7 years of famine. Correct hours on prosperity. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go, you gather all the food from the good years so the people may not starve. And he did that, and the people did not starve. His brothers, though, who sold him, their father told them that they should go to Egypt and trade grain. Because there was also what's the word? Not harvest, the opposite of harvest. Famine. Fuck off, no one cares. There's famine in Canaan where they live as well. They left their youngest brothers and went to Joseph. Joseph recognized them, but they didn't recognize him. And he called them spies. They said they're not spies. And he said, okay, you may stay here. One of you go and ask about your youngest brother to come here. Then I will know that you're not spies. They left their youngest brother with his father because it might be dangerous. Then he was like, one of you stay here, all of you go with the grain, feed your families, here's your silver, here's your provisions, bring your brother. But Jacob or Israel doesn't want to give the brother, the youngest, to his youngest son. Okay, that was a bit easier. Now for a thumbnail, yes, okay, that was cool. I ended where did I end at? 42:38. Just copy that here. But the fucking cows is mental, man. Like a rich cows eating the hungry cows eating the rich cows. Mm. Mhm. All right, that'll be it for today.